it also can help the discussion become more interesting from experienced people. Yeah.
Can you share your experience on BIM? What you have? That's what is want to understand.
My experience. You asking? Sorry.
No, I'm asking the graduates. The attending.
That's also the good questions, but I also put that on my slide, just a few slides after. Then I will bring this up again. Now let's continue with slide first, huh?
Yes, yes.
So just like on the adapt programs, I will try to give the one message first for on the adapt team. That's the message is just like the image you are seeing right now. That is the one fiction characters. I think you guys also know about this character, right? His name is Flash, and his power is running fast, even faster than the light. That's also the thing happen right now with our industries, AEC industry. When we see our industry have been dominated by technology, by the technological change. The technology in the markets have consistently changing and spreading out on different directions. Some of technology have become a game changers. And you guys who are young enthusiasms, you have no choice. You guys don't have any choice. You have to quickly adapt the technology. And our message to you guys, please try to stay up to date, implementing the new tool and workflows, embrace innovations, and keep an eye on the markets. This can help you to seeing how the changing of the market right now. And then the question for you guys, yeah. So I hope to receive some interaction with with the team here, with on experienced people. Like, could you guys giving some name of the recent technological advancements that have been significant impact to our industry, especially on the design process? And if you have some idea, can you give some challenge or some concern you foresee to adopt that technology? Let's have a discussion on that. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to share a few words on this.
Yeah.
Well, as per my knowledge, the BIM is basically a process which invented after, as per my knowledge, BSI 1950 2007, which is also called the big daddy of publicly available specifications for building information modeling. The British BSI published their standards for collaborative working and coordinated working. That was the foundation for BIM technology. BIM is evolving. What I'm seeing right now, technology is taking more coverage and taking over the whole process day by day, like artificial intelligence and visual programming tools like Dynamo and Grasshopper.
Okay.
These tools like Revit and ArchiCAD, there are also game changers in the industry. And they are rapidly every year, they are advancing, developing their software tools. They are affecting our EAC industry in all phases of design, vision, construction, augmented technology, which is a new technology like virtual realities. So technology is affecting these software tools and technologies are day by day affecting even the BIM process as well. And we are seeing lots of standards, lots of guidelines from all over the world, like ISO 19650, this international standard, BIM standard, which most of us know about. It's getting complex as well. And the standards are becoming complicated as well.
Complicated. Okay.
There's no plain and soft language. Not everyone is on the same page when we talk about standards. Not everyone understands these standards the way the person like you understand it another way, I understand another way. We need precise, concise information related to us, not the whole OIR organization information requirements, which is a big data document.
Okay.
These are things I'm observing right now.
Okay. Thank you. First, thank you.
This
yeah.
nice project as well.
Yeah, so I would say like you're giving a lot of news, not news, sorry, you're giving lots of items on your observation. That's you mentioned about the BIM standards. Yeah, and then couple new technologies. First, let me explaining why in this slide I try to approach by the technologies field first, not the process. Yeah, like you're right. First statement, you are right, very right. That's BIM is not only about technologies. BIM is more about the process, of course. And right now, people try to standardize the BIM perspective by giving a lot of standards. Initial time, BS 11A2 from UK is the very first standards on BIMs released by UK's government standards to pushing the whole industry of the UK's British standards into the BIMs level 1, 2, 3. And now, after time of practicing on UK, they already convert that into the global standards or international standards like ISO 19650. This is also the efforts to making the BIM become the like the common thing. With the same perspective, no longer like every different nations, every different region have different definitions. Now being become one ISO standards. I hope in the future we will not see like the definitions in different region now still not alignments. I think with the standards ISO 19650 is open gate to make all the people look at BIM. That's the same thing. But your observation have mentioned that a couple good technologies, big technologies is changing our industry. That's like AI, artificial intelligence, some other technology like I think you have mentioned augmented reality. Augmented reality also the big ones, which have directly impacting our industry. My slide is first approach is about technology because we have designed this slide for focusing on the fresh graduates who do not really know much about the process. They have less experience, but you guys have own experience, so you aware about this being very early. Like BIM is not only about technology, yes, but because we are designed for the adapt student first, so we try to give them the easy way to approach BIM with the technology. But the truth is, technology also played a very important role on how to driving BIM's industry or how to driving our industry also. So yeah, so let's moving to the next slide. A couple ideas that you have mentioned also covered in that slide. That's based on our study, ADT study. The technologies, the big change of technologies happen right now on our industry is first we need to mention augmented reality because this is very important now. Most of the advanced design office already have their own team on how to utilize the BIM model on visualizations. And augmented reality is a very like the main things on that technology, visualizations. And the second is a digital twin. I think which you guys, some of you guys may hold that also, right? Digital twin is more about the phase operations, facility management, like after the design constructions. But they also need to get involved from the stakeholder, like the design team. The consultant also need to be there. So this one also brings a lot of impact into design teams. The third one is will be Internet of Things, big data. Even that thing is not really so up on our industry much, but very soon I believe we have some study already. Like Internet of Things also become changing our workflow or our industries on technologies aspects. And the fourth is about one thing you have mentioned, that's artificial intelligence. Now it's become viral on many platforms, on many forums, our forums about this is new thing actually, but it's already become viral with a lot of new tools, with lots of new product can have from AI. The last one is not new, but recently becomes like become joining to our construction field and becomes I see the bright future to using 3D printer and robot fabrications on our construction now. Yeah, so this is a couple idea how what is the big techs going right now happen on our industries. To explaining what is augmented realities, using the one image. This is a one characters on the fiction movie also. This movie name is Iron Man, really from 2008, meaning like more than 15 years ago. In the movie, this character already used one kind of technology called, not really called directly, that is augmented reality. He's just wearing the mask, but the mask allow him to interact with the digital information and allow him to connect that reality information on the real reality. This make him become stronger with the technology, right? That's kind of idea how augmented reality. When we are allowed to wearing the glass, interacting with the 3D model, it's help to visualizations, of course, when you can see the 3D model, but it also can help to on the process of coordinations. When people from different side of the work, like you guys from KSA, I from Delhi, but we actually can have a virtual meeting and we can joining the one virtual space, seeing the 3D model. We can also have a discussion about the site, about the construction site when we try to mapping the physical buildings on site with the virtual model and checking the quality. We can comparing the 3D model with the physical buildings on site. And from that, maybe you can identify what is the discrepancies between the 3D model with your physical model. And in the future, some scenario like the whole maintenance operation can be using this kind of technology, can helping to connect people from different sides of the world. Yeah, this is a couple idea how the virtual reality. We also have here one video demonstrates how is AR having used in the site. Yeah, just helping for anyone who have no idea about AR. And now we're moving to digital twin. I'm using the one video to define what is digital twin. Okay, so
world today.
can you hold this
You
now?
might even
Can you
pitch
hear
one.
it now?
But do you know what a digital twin is? Essentially, it's a digital version of a physical object, a
And this
dynamic,
time I think
up-to-date digital
we're
replica of a
going
built
faster
asset or environment.
because I still have a couple more
With
slides
the help
after
of
that.
building information modeling, artificial intelligence,
Basically, this
machine
video
learning,
just helping
and
to
Internet of
sharing
Things
the
technology,
definition of the digital twin
data from the
and
original
how the
asset
digital
is used to
twin
build and improve the
have
digital twin.
been built based on the
By
BIM
providing
model.
a precise, up-to-date model of its original, a digital twin can help designers, engineers, contractors, owners, and manufacturers create more efficient structures. Digital twins can help with everything from planning, design, and construction, to operations and maintenance. Consider a building that's already been designed and constructed. Imagine there's a digital twin of the entire facility, from the roof to the HVAC to the mechanical, engineering, and plumbing systems. Now imagine that sensors in the building provide the digital twin with real-time information. The digital twin updates itself according to the data. Then, building owners can view areas where the building is aging or faulty and make improvements. On a greater scale, multiple digital twins can be integrated in an entire ecosystem. So, how did digital twins get their start? In the 1960s, NASA was one of the first agencies to use mirroring technology to replicate systems in space. Notably, NASA created a replica of Apollo 13, which became critical in the midst of its challenging mission. Engineers were able to test solutions on the replica to avoid further disaster. Dr. Michael Greaves, Chief Scientist for Advanced Manufacturing at the Florida Institute of Technology, introduced the concept of the digital twin at an American Society of Mechanical Engineers conference in 2002. He proposed a product lifecycle management center that contained the elements of a digital twin, the physical space, the virtual space, and the flow of information between the two. The manufacturing industry was quick to adopt digital twins, and the architecture, engineering, and construction industry followed suit, with the help of technological advancements like BIM, or Building Information Modeling. Today, digital twin technology plays a big part in the digital transformation of the design, engineering, construction, manufacturing, and maintenance industries. A digital twin starts with knowledge of the assets and spaces that make up a facility. This type of descriptive twin is a live, editable version of design and construction data, such as a visual replica of assets or facilities. An informative twin has an added layer of operational and sensory data. As more and more data is added, the twin becomes richer and richer and more strongly linked to its physical counterpart. Predictive twins are able to leverage this operational data for insights, while comprehensive twins simulate future scenarios and consider what-if questions. In the future, twins will become autonomous, able to learn and act on behalf of users. Because digital twins can gather key information about things like population growth, natural resource supply levels, and historical data on environmental disasters, they can help build more resilient cities and infrastructures as the world changes. Eventually, an entire ecosystem of digital twins will help industries respond to global challenges with powerful, simultaneous changes. Right now, digital twins are helping operations and facility managers respond faster by removing the need for complex and time-consuming maintenance documents. Owners can gather information from the design and build phases to make faster business decisions, lowering operational and maintenance costs. Professionals on-site can predict material and labor cycles, reducing waste and enhancing safety. By helping professionals gain more insight into the inner workings of the world, digital twins are becoming partners in building a better future.
Okay, just a short video to introducing the idea of digital twins. In the digital twin, in the video, they also mentioned that Internet of Things is a part of how to developing the digital twin products by connecting the sensor. Basically, digital twin is allow you to. Sorry.
No, the recording will stop with the code.
Okay. So basically, digital twin in IoT is just like you have the BIM model and connecting with the real data from the physical buildings or physical facilities. By connecting the data from sensor, this allows you to can making some predictions and how you can utilize that data for running your facility management. In this video, in this slide, we also provide some link allow you guys to try some model of digital twin. I would like to share with you one sample model. It's come from the Autodesk actually. So this is the one BIM model, physical model. Yes. What they have on the connections with the sensor inside the buildings allow to checking the data of the buildings, like the temperatures inside every rooms, humidities of the rooms, and carbon dioxide. So from this, you can able to running your facilities quickly, and allow you to can run some analyze on facility management. This is the one videos and sorry, one links to try with the one idea of what is the digital twins. We also have one other video link here. I will send this document for you and you can check it by yourself. And this is the kind of report we can receive by using the digital twin to running your facility management. Every room, we have a different kind of data we're checking by the sensor inside the rooms. What is the temperatures of the rooms on the sensor information will be listed down there. This is one application of the digital twins on our industries. Another technology I want to mention here is AIs or artificial intelligence. Right now, we have seen some AI is helping to visualize or helping to convert from the what we call it prompt. It means a text into the image or helping to visualize your idea. But actually, AI can do more than that. This is one video to explaining AI can be utilized for quantity checkup. Of course, you need to have the BIM model already with you. Just by typing some comments or some prompts, you can harvest the information in the BIM model. In this case, the person tried to giving some comments like try to check off some door and window on the BIM model by different language. So the AI can able to helping by isolate the elements, only door and window. Yeah. So this is a one AI already here to helping the people can harvest the information like quantity checkup from BIM model. We also have a couple another slide to demonstrate how another AI can helping, like this one can help on architect work.
Hi, Alice. Glad I caught you.
Hi, David. How's the Main Street project?
We got the green light, but we need to get things moving and fast. So when can we meet to review? Say 2 weeks?
No need for that. Just give me a few moments to upload the details. Here. Take a look at me. This one is optimized for the project's budget.
Wow. Well, I thought asking for only 2 weeks was pushing it. This is great. But can we update the facade to what we used in the Wilson project?
Sure, like this.
Oh, wow. Wait. Are these the full set of construction documents?
Yep, code compliant, fully coordinated with structural systems and MEP. Let your GC know we're all set for the permit.
Okay, this is all too good to be true. How does SWAP do all this?
Simply put, it's AI in architecture.
Let's swap.
Yeah, so actually AI now becomes helping a lot on the design workflows. The video you just saw is just a commercial video, of course, but they also can showcase some capability AI already can have right now on design, architecture designs. But it's true, like I have some experience using a couple of different AI. For example, like this is another one AI. It can help you to convert the idea from just by draw some basic sketch line. It can help you to generate the whole BIM model. And even not only the BIM model, you also can achieve on the drawings. Not exactly qualified drawing, but they actually can give you some idea, some kinds of product like drawings. Yeah. So AI already evolving on our industries and helping a lot on cutting the manual work. The last one is a 3D printer and robotic fabrications. This is another technology having impact on our AEC fields. This is one real project from the B1Ms.
The idea of 3D printing our buildings is nothing new. Faced with a desperate need to construct more homes faster and in a more efficient way, countless innovators have found themselves drawn by the idea of being able to quickly print a structure and have spent years trying to scale the technology. But for all their efforts, that 3D printed world has proven elusive, and many impressive prototypes have struggled to become viable for mass production. But things have just taken a massive step forward in Germany with the completion of the first ever 3D printed home to become fully certified under a national government's building regulations. The impact of this moment for construction and for the buildings we all use could be huge.
Because the video is quite long, and give you guys the link to checking out later. What we want to say is the 3D printer and robot fabrication having exist on construction industries now, and it's helping a lot to improving the productivities and improving on the accuracies of the construction field right now. And the main points on this technology is they actually taking BIM as the BIM product as the basic input. I mean, no matter how advanced the technology, they also consider to using BIM as the core inputs to developing to utilize these technologies. So BIM are actually playing very important role to can help us achieve this kinds of advanced technologies. So what is BIM? Basically, this is the good questions, but I would like to ask some experience from your guys, because a little bit different. That you already have some experience. Could you please sharing some like kinds of experience you have? So maybe the noise like that. Like I. Yeah. So the first question is: have you ever studied on BIMs? Or have you practicing on BIM before? And how do you understand the term of the building information modeling?
Are you asking
do you
the
have-
graduates or the, okay,
From the experience.
from the experience? Okay. Well, I have studied BIM. I have some certifications as well. My understanding of BIM is in three definitions, but when I usually people ask me about BIM, what is BIM in your opinion? So I say that BIM is a process, but in the easy plain language, that each and every information about the building is inside the virtual model.
Okay.
This is one example, one definition I usually try to give to the people so that they can understand what we are talking about, what is BIM actually, along with the process.
Along with the process.
We have management phase, we have information delivery phase. BIM information delivery cycle consists of management phase and the information delivery phase. From as per the specification guidelines, you are already aware of, like FAS 1192 part 2. It explains like when a project starts from existing or non-existing asset, which is they call CapEx start, capital expenditure, or CapEx start from where the BIM process starts or the whole project begins. They collect the information of existing or non-existing asset. They make a proposal. They collect employee information requirement. What does he want actually on the project? What does he actually want, the BIM model or digital twin or not? Then we have this process continued in a way that a BIM execution plan is prepared pre-contract award. After approval, there are lots of documents to be, assessment documents to be submitted to the client or its PMC. After, if he's going to approve it, after that, a new BIM execution plan will be made for post-contract award. And then they will develop all the information, master information delivery plan and task information delivery plan. Then comes the design information delivery phase, where you prepare the digital information on your BIM authoring tools, and stages are defined: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Or they have some people using LOD 100, 200, 300. We are using stage in an IC project, for example. We are using stages: stage 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D. Then it will come to stage 4A and B, and so on. These are, and in the end, we have the handover along with the asset information model, which we create and deliver it to the client, and then operation and maintenance, facility management and maintenance, OPEX operational phase starts with the delivery column. So this is comprehensive definition. Easy definition is that every information about the building is in the model, precise information.
Yeah, awesome. You have mentioned a lot of things. Yeah, correct. You will just demonstrate that BIM is not only the product, it's also about the process with the standards, with the protocols, with the we have to clear about from the process, how you guys establish using BIM for this project, like how do we define the information, the requirements of exchange information, EIR, and we are using in every state we have different kinds of definition on the level of developments, the level of you can call this a BIM maturity level.
Yes.
And you also mentioned very good that you also mentioned about the different kinds of plans, like pre-contract BIM execution plan and post BIM execution plan. Yes, that's all things is quite complicated for the first people who are crossing BIMs, because that is more about the process and establishing BIM or implementing BIM on the project phase or on the organization phase. That's part is a huge of the work there for process settings. I was not expecting the answer like that, because I thought like we are going to interact only with the adapt who have no experience, but with you, yeah, it's a very different. Thank you for sharing your experience. That's very awesome. I was so happy to see that case. I also have many people who have experience with this kinds of standards, the new standards of our industry. How do we collaborations? How do we interact with different stakeholders? We are using the BIM at the central process. We sharing, working on the new standards of the BIMs. Yeah, that's great, awesome. Seeing the KSA also have a very capability teams. Then I also would like to asking more questions like from you, especially that's what kind of software of the tool, BIM related software, BIM related tool that you are using right now?
We are using at this project Autodesk Revit 2023. Hopefully, I'm not sure they're going to use the next version or not, depending on the client's requirement. We are using our Navisworks Manage, and we are using Civil 3D. Yeah, and we are also using for our common data environment for collaboration and coordination or single repository system. We are using BIM 360, for as a SharePoint or common, yeah, BIM 360 management, project management.
Oh, project management.
Yeah,
and that's the separate package of ACC, or this is auto included on the ACC?
Actually, it's Autodesk Suite we are using for NSA right now, NIC project. I'm not sure what Trojana, what are the other projects of DUONG using, but we are in NEOM Industrial City and Octagon project. We are using BIM 360 project management, common data environment for our collaboration of all the data on the server, the cloud stuff.
So your clients also using that platform, or they?
Sorry. No.
It's stuck.
Server disconnect.
Sorry, I think we just lost. Okay.
Yeah, we came back.
Yeah, so I just asked like, how is your clients? Do they also using the BIM 360?
Yes.
So they will approve the design drawing based on that also? Are they using a different platform? Because I know that most of the clients, they are still sticking on their project management platform like Econex or Propose.
They're also using Econex. They're also using Econex for submission of data, drawings, and graphical and non-graphical data. But we are also using.
Then you don't really have the process like submitting drawing from your CD. You have to convert that, like manually upload your drawing to the Econex. Is it for submission? I mean,
the document controllers are submitting documents. They have their response. For example, I'm doing this BIM submission, so I'm following the protocols, the checklist, what I have to submit in the BIM 360 server. After that, I have to issue, publish it, and it will go to the BIM assessment and evaluation team. Those site-wide team, they're going to approve it. Is it according to the standard? The submission is according to the standard now. Then it goes to the engineering department for final review. So there are BIM review teams as well. But the document controller and Econex department is separate. They are doing submission also at the same time. But individually, the BIM teams, BIM and CAD teams, they are doing their individual submission. We are doing our submission on BIM 360. I'm not submitting on Econex or the draftsman. That is so separate.
So, and then let me what I understand is you are working on BIM 360 at the place for sharing information, WIP working space, but submissions is going in separate ways. Yeah, so you are using the Econex, then you are trying to you are using simultaneously two cloud platform at the CD for working in under progress. In the progress, it will be CD. BIM 360, and submission to be.
See, for BIM submission, BIM models data and even the CAD data, virtual data, digital data is well on BIM 360. And Econex is also being used by the department.
I shared the They've been previously told.
But how not matter the model folder structure is not really matter. I need to understand. I just wonder like how do the client side they approach with the approval process. Are they going to approval directly from the platform they are currently working, or they approval from different platform?
They approve from the Econex. They approve from Econex.
I think.
Okay, next. Okay. Oh, they may have a gap there. Yeah, I just wonder. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's good. It's good to know about the project you are working right now. Because this is for introductions. This is for the people who have no experience, but some of you guys have many experience here. I just try to do using some video from big expert company, expert organization to help explaining what is the BIMs. If you want, we can also go through this.
These days, a growing number of architects, engineers, and contractors are using BIM. And here's why. Global trends are making AEC projects more complex, while advances in technology are helping industry professionals work more efficiently and effectively. This is where BIM comes in. BIM is an intelligent model-based process that connects AEC professionals so they can more efficiently design, build, and operate buildings and infrastructure through BIM, or Building Information Modeling. With BIM, designers create digital 3D models that include data associated with physical and functional characteristics. The power of BIM is how it allows architects, engineers, and contractors to collaborate on coordinated models, giving everyone better insight into how their work fits into the overall project, ultimately helping them to work more efficiently. The data in a model defines the design elements and establishes behavior and relationships between model components. So when an element in a model is changed, every view is updated, with the new change appearing in section, elevation, and sheet views. You can use the information in the model to improve your design before it's built. Gain faster buy-in and approvals with realistic visualizations. Convey design intent to the field. And, most importantly, retain model intelligence from concept to construction. BIM provides insight into a design's constructability, improving the efficiency and effectiveness of the construction phase, and also providing a better understanding of the building's future operations and maintenance. Owners can use BIM for predictive maintenance, asset tracking, and facilities management, and for future renovation or deconstruction projects. When you work with BIM, you'll experience reduced project risk, improved timelines and cost savings, and better project outcomes. And the power of BIM is growing with cloud-connected technologies that let project teams design and work together in all new ways. Driven by global trends, the AEC industry is in a time of transformation. Businesses that want to win more work, deliver projects more efficiently, and design better buildings need a powerful solution. And that solution is BIM.
So you may see this definition is quite simple, because this program is designed for the person who do not really know much about BIM. So we try to focus how to give the easy way to approach BIM by introduce the technology. Then we introduce what is the BIM product is. Of course, BIM is not only stop there; it's also the process. But we're gonna have another section to discuss about the process. How do we set up the BIMs? What kind of protocol on BIMs? That will be mentioned later on different slide. This is also another definitions of what is BIM, but come from different aspects. When they mention more.
What is BIM? BIM is very much talked about in the building industry, but what is it really? What is it used for, and who should use it? Some say BIM is a type of software. Some say BIM is the 3D model of buildings. Others say BIM is a process, or that BIM is nothing more than an organized collection of all building data. BIM is all of the above and more. Now let's see BIM explained in layman's terms. When it comes to BIM, everything begins with a 3D digital building model. This model, however, is more than just simple geometry and some interesting textures added to it for visualization. A true BIM model consists of the virtual equivalents of the actual building sections used to create a building. These intelligent elements are the digital prototype of the physical building elements such as walls, columns, windows, doors, stairs, etc., that allow us to simulate the building and understand its behavior before the actual construction begins. Now let's see what a BIM model can be useful for. 3D visualization. Of course, the most basic use of a BIM model is for creating realistic visualizations of the planned building. Your BIM model helps your design decisions by comparing various design alternatives and for selling your design to your client, the local community, and other stakeholders as well. Change management. Since data is stored in a central place in a BIM model, any modifications to the building design will be automatically replicated in each view, such as floor plans, sections, and elevations. This not only helps in creating the documentation faster, but also provides stringent quality assurance by automatic coordination of the different views. Building simulation. BIM models contain more than just architectural data. Information about the different engineering disciplines, sustainability information, and other characteristics can be easily simulated well in advance of actual construction. Data management. BIM contains information that is not visually represented at all. Scheduling information, for example, clarifies the necessary manpower, coordination, and anything that might affect the outcome of the project schedule. Cost is also a part of BIM that allows us to see what the budget or estimated cost of a project might be at any given point in time during the project. Needless to say, the data put in a BIM model is not only useful during the design and construction phase of a building project, but can be used throughout the entire building lifecycle, helping to reduce the operation and management cost of buildings, which is significantly more than the entire cost of construction. With all
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but it's also very similar like the previous videos that try to helping to understand BIM from different kind of function of BIMs or BIM views, and also
the benefits BIM has to offer.
benefits.
Don't let your competition get to BIM before you do. Visit www.
So in here we just try to summarize what definitions or what video demonstrates about the BIMs. We try in the slide try to summarize the histories of BIM from early 1960s. The concept of digital visualizations of architecture and engineering have been introduced, and then from years of 1970s, when the whole industry have been shifted to CAD, standing for computer aided design. Then around 2000s, 2D and 3D CAD become common, but that's not really the actually BIMs, because that 3D model is only using for visualization only. And then until 2002, one white paper has popularized that the terminology building information modeling have been released by the person named Jerry Lassenry. Then years later, we have a couple more BIM terminologies like BIM design, BIM coordination, and BIM facility management. The evolutions of the BIM actually can consider from sketching line to digital line, and then transform to geometry modeling, 3D modeling. But to BIM, we are no longer using the term of geometries or shape or form, 3D shape or 3D form. We are calling that is a digital object, meaning this is have the one function of that object. Like that object could be called a wall, a digital wall, a digital floor, meaning that object not only contain the information like graphics information, it also contains functions, the property, the relations, or the machine interpretations. So that's a new concept that we are no longer called any information inside the 3D model, just like the geometry. We also call that with the ones functions like objects. So BIM object can be considered like the combines of product data and product geometry. So what is the definition of the BIMs? we are taking the one standard, one common definitions have been using on the global. That's definition from U.S. Nation BIM standards project committees. That is a digital representing of physical and functional characteristics of facilities and sharing acknowledged source of information about the facility forms a reliable basis of decision during the life cycle. Can help to improving the collaborations by different stakeholders in different phase of the life cycle of one facility. Basically, we can extract this definition into the 3 points. First, this is the process involved to data management from rich data of 3D model for multi-purpose. The second point is able to virtual information model can be handled from design team to the contractor, meaning you can handle this model, hand over this information from different stakeholder and different phase of the project. And this information, this thing can go throughout of the project life cycle. So basically, from definition, we can summarize what is the BIM definition on the 3 points, main 3 points. And then when we look deeper, we can see some other definitions. But some people, some definition from the work like, sorry, this one. Okay, so in this slide, they try to showcase like people is an oriented factor for greater challenge by solving the software business and technology problem of BIM implementations. Okay, I forgot this slide. Let me go quick. But internally, our team, Advanced Digital Technology, try to define BIM in the simple way with the 3 factors. Like BIM is defined based on the 3 major factors. First will be people, then process, and then technologies. We consider to calculating how much important of every factor. Like 30% of definition BIM will be about technology only, and 70% we need to involving on the process. But to utilize BIM, obviously we need to have the people. A team can ready to can adopting the BIM technology and can willing to apply BIM on their daily working. So in our internal definitions, advanced digital technologies, we will define BIM at the 3 points with the 100% laid down on the people, on the teams. I would say like this is just helping to understand the audience. I was just asking about what is another definition if you guys know, and how do you define the short term of BIM, like BIM standing for what? But I think we can skip that because most of you guys here already have experience. So actually, the BIM also can be defined by different kinds of definitions. Like of course, BIM is a building, but it's not only stop in the building. It could be the facility, could be like any kinds of properties. And information I is standing for information, but some other definition on the world is also defined like this information need to be intelligence. This I also can be standing for integrated. At the BIM is not stopping on the product, it also include about the process. So integrated is more important to be mentioned on the later times. The later M's, of course, people all know about later M is standing for modeling, but some other definitions also mention that M should be mentioned at the management. If the model after design process, the model will be using for different BIM use or different BIM benefits, then management of the information management or harvest needs. Information is more important. From 2D to 3D and then 2D, basically, if you look on the history, on the traditional process, we will see that is obviously the one linear process when every design phase or every phase of the project will be just laid down on the one line. We have to finish one by one first. But with the BIM concept, they will try to bring that the idea of the integrated process when all the process should be surroundings of the idea model at the center, or the centers of the information is a BIM. And traditional collaborations is decentralized when every stakeholder just sharing internally, and we don't really able to control the information will be sharing or exchange between different stakeholders. But with the BIM concept, we have bring the idea that on the stakeholder on the sharing the information through the one platform or one kind of model, what we call the centralized. So the information will be going to share on one platform, on one place, on one center through information. So I also try to give some example, like demonstrate on some example what happened right now, like current practice in India about CAD and 3D modeling. That's every design consultant gonna sharing their design based on the drawings, on 2D drawing. All the information just being shared by drawing at the official information, at the approval informations to the submission times, and even going to the design tender stage on the official information still laid out on the 2D drawings. And after that, we're moving to the next phase. People keep on the designer consultant will be keep using the 2D drawing, but they also try to integrate with the 3D modeling, or they call the BIM. It's a separate way. But from the clients, they also accept only based on the drawing. So sometimes it's just create simultaneously the process simultaneously between 2D developing and 3D developing. Even the end of 3D modeling, they also producing the drawings at the final product. But so because all the drawing have been approved by the client, then this drawing may not unnecessary. So this is a gap that's happened in India when the whole process is still laid out on the 2D case or AutoCAD drawings. 3D modeling or BIM model were there, but not really matter except for visualizations, and they don't consider that information as the official information for sharing. So they are using BIM, but not actually at the idea that BIM is the center of the exchange information. So right now, when we're working on the one project, is the airport project in Delhi, we try to change the approach, the methodologies, how we are using BIM on the projects. When every stakeholders, every design consultant now, when they're joining, they have to giving 3D model, and this is being considered at the official information for sharing, for get approval by clients. So this on 3D model need to be get approval first before drawing approval. So BIM will be leading on the process, on the design process. BIM product will be considered at the final approval. So after we have the BIM model from the different design consultant, we will try to use the BIM tools for utilize the BIM function like class detections, analyze the BIM model based on some function like energy analyze, quantity checkups, project schedules, monitoring and controlling with the constructions. Then we have the clean model, we call class free model. Then we can able to extract the information from model as a drawings. So drawing is there, but it's also considered as a final approval. But first, the model, the 3D model, need to be get approval by the client first. So with this approach, we try to using BIM at the center of the information with the platform, the center platform. And the drawing there, the drawing is still there. You cannot replace the product of drawing, but they will be considered after. They only after the process, the model having get approval, then the drawing will be valid. To do that, we have to break down the planes. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have the breakdown. Okay, so unfortunately, my slide still there, still have lost, but I hope
You
we
can
still
continue
can.
at 12:40.
5 to. Yeah, 5 to the end. Yeah, I sent you
Okay.
that schedule in Teams.
Okay. I think
We have
after break we also have a few minutes, right? On not much
Yeah,
time left.
30 minutes.
We have
1.5.
Okay. Okay. I will try to do faster next time. Okay. Thank you. Let's have a break.
12:40.
Yeah.
Yes.
we have 1 hour. We have 1 hour to break, right?
14 minutes.
Yeah, 14 minutes.
Thanks, Ben. We'll meet you after 14 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
you.